Greetings, Novanauts! Today we're diving into the world of Alien Up, my 2D action pixel art game I'm making as a solo dev. And in this video we're taking a closer look at Chelsea Crisp, the main character of the game. And before we jump in, one quick note. If you want to try the Alien Up pre-alpha demo, you can still probably, on Steam. Just remember, the demo is a concept slice, not the full experience. Most of the gameplay footage you'll see in this video is from the current development build, which has a ton of improvements. But you'll still have fun with the demo. It's like 20 minutes. Chelsea Crisp is the kind of character who looks like she walks straight out of a 90s anime, and that is absolutely intentional. Now, before anyone jumps to conclusions, Alien Up is not an adult game. I know some people see Chelsea and they assume some things in the game, which is understandable, but this is a rated T game. It's an action-based, story-driven game, but it's not T for tits. Chelsea's design might remind you a little of Major Kusanagi from the 2026 Ghost in the Shell remake, but that is purely coincidence. I swear. The red highlights, the squid-shaped hair silhouette, the long leg, short torso proportions, all of that came from the pixel art first, and that was made back in 2020. I know Ghost in the Shell goes way back, like the original manga, but I didn't even have that in my head when I designed Chelsea's pixel design. Her sprite existed before her finalized concept art, and her proportions ended up shaping her entire look. And yes, she has big breasts. Not for perverted reasons, I guess you can say, but it's because I wanted her to stand out visually among the cast and, like, you know, the big cast of video game heroines out there. And to give, since this is a comedy game, her look will give, you know, lighthearted, self-aware fan service jokes throughout her experience. She's usually zipped up, but due to the invasion suddenly happening, she zipped up way too fast, and then it got stuck, and now she has to deal with it, and she has to deal with all the jokes that come along with it. So we gotta cheer our girl on before she can, like, you know, fully zip up, and that'll probably happen after the invasion stops. Or she stops the invasion herself. Can she do it? Well, let's see. Now, a little more into Chelsea. We got Chelsea. She's 25 years old. She works for the CMC. The CMC stands for the Cosmic Mechanical Corporation. She's a space mechanic. She's not a prodigy. She's not a genius. She's not the chosen one. She's not an ex-soldier. She is just average. And that's the point. She's beloved by her co-workers because she's easygoing, helpful, and grounded. She knows her limits. She's not the best mechanic in the galaxy. She's just someone who tries her best. When the alien invasion hits Earth Colony 1, Chelsea isn't ready. No one's ready. It's just a sudden invasion, that's the point. She has zero combat experience. She's not trained for war. She's not even trained for self-defense. She's a mechanic who suddenly has to fight for her life, protect her home, and help the people around her. That's where her story begins in Alien Up. I've always found that when a character is perfect at everything, when they're untouchable, I stop caring. There's no tension, no growth, no reason to root for them. Chelsea is the opposite. She starts with slow reload speed, low HP, weak firepower, no combat training, so she can't really shoot in cool ways. That's intentional. I don't want her to be a Mary Sue. And Chelsea just starts off with an emergency pistol that is just a taser that she finds on the wall that's not used for lethal force. So you see the struggle coming in there, that she has to defend herself with just a taser, which is why the reload speed is really bad at first, and the firepower is low. Alien Up is built around growth, not just in stats but in personality. As Chelsea fights back against the invasion, she becomes more confident, more capable, more assertive, more heroic. Again, more confident. Maybe she becomes too confident, which comes along in the story mode. But her journey mirrors the player's journey. You grow together, you struggle together, you overcome together. That's the kind of character arc I love. One where you feel the improvement, where every upgrade matters, and where the protagonist earns their strength rather than just having it given to them, or they're born with it. You know, we don't need any of that. Chelsea's world, or the world of Alien Up, it takes place on Earth Colony 1, which is heavily inspired by like 80s, 90s sci-fi anime, Bubblegum Crisis, stuff like that. Like just the cyberpunk genre, just gritty, looks lived in. More details on Earth Colony 1 in another video if you're interested, which I hope you are. But the entire look, like I said before, even Chelsea, just inspired by 90s anime aesthetic, that style. So why I'm telling you this in the Chelsea video is because she has to fit that world. The blue hair and the red highlights, the way she looks, the kind of the volume of the hair, that I want her to fit into this world. So that's how I designed her, to fit into this gritty lived-in space colony that is like a 90s anime. Again, I'll go over this. She's not a soldier, she's not a model, she's not a superhero. She's a mechanic who just got thrown into hell. Chelsea Chris may start as an average space mechanic, but she's on track to becoming something much more in a short period of time. If you enjoyed this dive into Chelsea Chris, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe, and more importantly, wishlist Alien Up on Steam. Thanks for watching, Novanauts, and I'll see you in the next transmission. Zip up, lock in, and keep the coffee hot.